Hello everyone, this is Nana Dogra. I welcome you all in this channel. So today we are starting JOA IT postcode 626, the previous year questions. So last time we are covers several questions. So now we are back with our another questions. So let's start our discussion. So our first question is, which type of commands in MS-DOS? MS-DOS means Microsoft Disk Operating System needs additional files for their execution. So first command is internal command, second option is external command, third option is batch command. So which one is our right answer? So if I talk about internal commands, so internal command are basically commands which provides you a comprehensive view of information regarding any IP address. IP means internet protocol, any IP address. So internal command is basically provide comprehensive view of information. And if I talk about external command, it defines command for end users, predefined commands for end users. End users means the users, they are operating system independent and protected by authorizations, so that are end user. So if I talk about batch commands, batch command basically helps in making changes to different directories or display the current directories, so that are batch command. So here which type of commands in MS-DOS you need to additional file their execution. So right option is external commands. So move to our next question. In MS Word, changing the appearance of document is called proofing, editing, formatting, all of these. So here we talk about changing the appearance of document. Changing the appearance of document. So what is the meaning of proofing? Proofing means activity of collecting in important and useful detail about something, that is prolifing, yeah, even proofing. And if I talk about editing and formatting, you all know about these things. So our right option is changing the appearance means formatting. Third option is the right option. Move to our next question, which are there in examination. Which command is used in MS Excel? Here we talk about MS Excel to calculate the total characters in the cell. So in a cell, total characters, we have to calculate total character. Which command? len, length, mid and sid. So our right option is len. First option is the right option. len command is used to basically calculate the total characters in a cell. Next question is, this question is also related to MS Excel. So charts in MS Excel are constructed with, first point is data point, second is data series, third is data element, and our fourth question is both A and B. Let's discuss all these points one by one. If I talk about data point, data point is a discrete unit of information. You can say it is a discrete unit of information. And if I talk about data series, so data series are, you can say, row and column of numbers that are entered in a worksheet and enter in your MS Excel sheet worksheet, and which means you can plot in your chart. So if I talk about data point is basically a discrete unit of information, and roughly it is equivalent to datum. As you all know, datum means singular form of data. So roughly data point is equivalent to datum. And data series basically row and column of numbers entered in any worksheet. And if I talk about data element in metadata means it is basically atomic unit of data. Atomic means basic unit of informations that has unique meaning, that is known as data element. So here the question is, charts in MS Excel are constructed with both. Fourth option is the right option. Data point and data series is essential for making and constructing any chart in MS Excel. So move to our next question. which PowerPoint feature will use to apply motion effect to different object of a slide. First option is slide transition, second option is slide design, third option is animation object, and fourth option is animation scheme. So here we talk about PowerPoint feature which will use to apply a motion effect in a different objects of the slide. So first one is slide transition. Slide transition means virtual effect that occur when you move from one slide to another slide during any presentation. When you're doing presentation, then that is a virtual effect. That is, transition means to say change. So virtual effect that occur when you move from one slide to another slide during your presentations. So that is slide transition. And if I talk about slide design, you all know about slide design and animation objects. And if I talk about animation scheme, this is a new one. So animation scheme is basically a collection of animation effect, and that is applied to your slide object. So that is animation scheme. So here are motion effect means our right option is animation scheme, because this is basically a collection of animation effects. So here we talk about motion effects, that is related to animation scheme. So fourth option is our right option. So our next question is, which of the following is a type of database user? First is application programmer, second is database administrator, and third option is end user, and the fourth one is all of these are the types of database user. So let's discuss one by one. If I talk about application programmer, app programmer, which is usually a focus on business and engineering or any science programs, so application programmer. And if I talk about database administrator, basically it is a software to store and organize the data, that is database administrator. And if I talk about end users, you all know that end user are the person who actually was a particular product, you can say. So actually user a particular product, so that is end user. So our right option is all are the types of database user: application programmer and database administrator and end user. All are the types of database user. So move to our next question. Which of the following is a type of data model? First is hierarchical model, network model, third option is relational model, and fourth option is abstract model. So let's discuss all these types of model. Here we talk about which are not a type of data model. So let's discuss one by one. And if I talk about hierarchical model is basically a data model in which data are organized in a tree-like structure. Hierarchical model related to tree-like structure. And if I talk about network model, so network model is designed as a flexible approach to represent objects and their relationships. So basically it is a flexible approach in a network model. And if I talk about a relational model, so it represents how the data is stored in a relational database. If you little bit of knowledge about DBMS, database management system, then you can easily identify which one is not a type of data model. And if I talk about abstract model, so this is a dissect functionality of a cellular network to basic atomic levels. So that is abstract model, so which is not a type of a model. So our right option is abstract model, because this is a basically a functionality, dissect functionality of a cellular network to basic atomic levels. So that are abstract model. So this is not a type of data model. So our next question is MS Access. This question is basically related to MS Access. So is example of computer, CPU, device, and none of these. As you know, these all are not related to and not is an example of MS Access. So our right option is none of these. This is a simple question which are there in examination. And our next question is, in MS Access, the text data type. text data type may contain a maximum character of, here we remember, you need to remember the character number of character, maximum character of 3, 255 character, 256 character. Third option is 1064 character. So this is a direct question which are there in examination. You need to learn the direct value. So in MS Access, the text data type contain, first option is our right option, 255 character. So move to our next question. A central computer surrounded by one or more satellite computers is called. A central computer which is surrounded by one or more satellite computer. First is bus network, second option is ring network, third option is star network. And in previous question the question arises, but is data type in MS Access. Data type in MS Access is basically a building block of database, simply the building block of database. So our right option is first option, 255 character. And in this question, a central computer surrounded by one or more satellite computer. So our right option is third option, which is star network. In previous video we discuss all the types of network: bus network, ring network and star network. You need to go through with that particular video. So move to our next question. A machine that connects two or more electronic mail system and transfer messages between them is called, first is bridge, second option is user agent, third option is mail gateway. So here we talk about machine that connect two or more electronic mail system and transfer messages between them. So first option is bridge, second option is user agent and third is mail gateway. So our right option is mail gateway. Third option is the right option, mail gateway. Move to our next question. In OSI model, which of the following layer decide the path of data? Which of the following layer? So first option is physical layer, second is application layer, third is network layer and fourth one is none of these. So if we talk about layers of OSI model, so our right option is network layer. There is nothing any option of physical as well as application layer, so our right option is network layer. And 47 question is, a website is a collection of programs, graphics, algorithms and none of these. So which one is our right option? So website is not related to any program, graphics and algorithms, so fourth option is our right option, none of these. If I talk about 48th question, which of the following is not a part of email address? Note it down here, the examiner asks not a part of email address. So our first option is username, domain name, third option is protocol, so which is not a part of email address. So this third option is our right option, protocol is not a part of email address. Username and domain name is basically a part of email address. Move to our next question. In this question, which of the following is used to write web pages? First is URL, second is HTML, third is HTTP and fourth option is FTP. Firstly you need to learn the full form of all these terms. So URL means uniform research locator and the HTML means hypertext markup language, HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol and the fourth option FTP means file transfer protocol. All these are protocol. So our right option is used to write web page, so that is HTML, hypertext markup language. Move to our next question. Software programs that close potential security breaches in an operating system are known as, first option is security patches, second option is security repairs, and the third option is refresh patches. So if I talk about security patches, as you know, security patches means the software that connect errors in any computer software code. So basically it is a software that connects errors in a computer software code. And if I talk about refresh patches, refresh means this procedure to retrieve the latest patches information from one to more target services. So that are basically a procedure, and this is security patches is a software to connect errors in computer system code. So our right option is, here we talk about software program. So our right option is, first option is the right option, security patches. Move to our next question. A virus that can delete antivirus software is called, first option is consortium, second is vaccine, third option is retrovirus. So which of the following? So vaccine is not related to our computer system, so this is a wrong option. And if I talk about consortium, consortium, as you know, consortium is basically a association of two or more individual, you can say it is an association of two or more companies and organizations or a government with the objective of particular participating in a common activity, with the object of participating in common activity. So that is consortium. So this is not related to any computer system. So our right option is retrovirus. Retrovirus is basically a virus that can delete antivirus software. And virus, this type of virus is basically that uses RNA as its genomic materials. That is also a retrovirus. So move to our next question. This is basically a last question. Encapsulation is also known as, first option is information hiding, second is data abstraction, and third option is data management, and the fourth option is none of these. So if I talk about in encapsulations, it is basically a bundling of data with mechanisms or methods that operate on the data. That is encapsulation. So our right option is information hiding. So with this I am going to end the session. Thank you for joining us. We are back with our new session.